Oh, that's nice and fresh, that is.
Oh yeah, literally just called you.
Oh, it's going to be delicious. Yeah. Get that steamed. Yeah, it's going to be real nice.
Yeah, steamed bit of salt. Oh, it's delightful.
Oh, there's plenty of salt around, innit?
I know.
All you can see is masses of these creatures. You're not going to be able to just I pick that one. And because of how fast this is all going to move, you have no bonus actions and no reactions available to you.
What?
Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, do you want to know what time it is? I can tell you what time it is in the plug hole. Do you want to know what time it is in the plug hole? How about Domania? I can tell you what time it is in Domania.
Oh my! Put it down.
Hey!
Howdy, hi.
Welcome back. This is episode 2 of Fathoms of Consequence, brought to you by Roll the Damn Dice. Who are Roll the Damn Dice? We are Roll the Damn Dice. I am Stephen, the DM.
And I'm Mo, and I'm playing Cora, the water genasi sorcerer.
I'm Matt, I'm playing Kai, the water genasi wizard.
Hi, I'm Tony, and I am playing Kai Demona, I forgot my name. Kai Demona, the merfolk druid, merfolk being a lovely little homebrew creation by myself and Stephen.
I'm Joy Amy, and I am playing Stratus, a tempest cleric who's a fairy.
Nice. I'm Luke, I'm playing No Legz, the goblin genius, artificer.
He's also a goblin, of course.
That's it.
So, just a couple of notes and then we will crack straight on. Critic.co.uk, we love you guys. You made us a custom screen. If you are watching on YouTube, you can see this. It is beautiful, it's amazing. Go get yourself a DM screen. I really, really recommend Glorious Taverns. We all do.
We love it.
Just like if you need... Sometimes when you're writing stuff, it is just like... It's just a tavern. This is a compendium of many different taverns, of many different NPCs already built in. The lore of the taverns are there, the prices are there, the events that could happen whilst you're at those taverns are there. So go and get that book, and if you want a little something off it, just type in RTDD10 and you'll get 10% off anything you get from Critic.
My favourites are the drinking games.
This is the drinking games.
Plus, there's a couple of NPCs inspired by our friends over at Too Have To Roll.
Yes. Yeah, they backed the project. So Davin and Annalise feature in the book, and they also featured on our festive special Festival of the Astral Dragon. Yes, is that correct?
Yes.
That's the one.
I played it, but I was playing Barbarian, so took a few knocks to the head and forgot that I was doing it. But yeah, that's available on our YouTube, and if you're here on YouTube, why not subscribe? So many of you watch us and you don't subscribe.
Push the button.
Push the button. We're so close at the time of recording. We're so close to 500. So if we can just get over 500, we'll probably be over 500 by the time we actually this goes out.
Yeah.
but-
Bloody hope so.
yeah, but it's subscribe anyway.
And like and comment. Tell us how much you love us, please.
Yes.
Tiny plug, as at time of recording, we've discovered that our next show at Cheltenham Playhouse is now sold out.
Gone.
Yes.
Sold out.
Spicy.
You'll next see us probably at Western Supermare Pride
Yes.
on the 14th of June. So get on and book your tickets for that.
So that is a Wednesday night. It's an event leading up to Pride. We're going to work that in somehow. But yes, we're going to get a Western. It's nice.
Yeah.
We get to leave the Shire
Have
for a
a
bit.
gay old time.
Yeah.
Hollyhammer Art, please go check her out. She does our artwork for characters. Unfortunately not for this one, but for our main campaigns and stuff. And yeah, there's pictures of Janaeus and Genevieve all floating around the internet, and they are amazing. And a big shout out to Dom Jones as well. We will post a link to his SoundCloud and Spotify, who's done original music for this campaign. But let's get on with it. All of you, roll the damn dice.
Yeah.
Where's my D20?
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Oh gosh, right. What we got?
3.
Yay.
2.
Oh.
16.
10.
Yeah.
7.
Lois does the recap.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I actually kind of wanted to do it.
Yeah, it's my show now.
Oh.
Ha!
I kind
has become a punishment.
I kind of want
It
to
always was.
I never do them on. I've never.
Did you get high?
Yeah, I got a 16.
Hi at 16.
No, do you know what? You want to do it. I'm that kind of person. Nice, innit?
But I never get to do it. I'm usually. no.
Oh no! If you want it, you crack on,
Wait,
mate.
was that upstairs? Don't let Matt do it. We're on a time schedule. Yep. So Tony, over to you.
So we start our adventure off on a dock in the middle of the ocean with our three characters: Kai, the water genasi wizard; Stratus, the cleric fairy; and No Legz, the goblin genius. You guessed it, goblin artificer.
Nice.
And a ginormous whirlpool opens up in front of them, and two Triton hop out and say, "Come on, guys, let's get a move on." So everybody goes into the whirlpool. They are knocked about except for No Legz, who seems pretty chill with it. And there are Tritons throwing spears. No, not Tritons. There are crab folk throwing spears as like friendly fire. Like, hey, welcome to the sea. They're going to attack you.
The Little Mermaid did not bill it like that.
And eventually they are knocked about and they find themselves on a bridge, not a roof, a bridge. And
Bridge.
there are three characters are brought to the the throne room of the big palace in Thymus.
One of the many throne rooms.
Where they meet King Janaeus, who you may remember from the Ashes, wink wink, Captain Genevieve, Janaeus' far more competent twin sister, not princess, captain, do not call her princess, Kai Demona, played by myself.
Call her princess.
Don't, I've worked in mechanics for that.
Roll for initiative.
Kai Demona, the druid merfolk, played by myself, and Cora, the water genasi sorcerer, who is the representative of Rufilio and really does not want to be there. We learn that Locticus Frayne, also from the Ashes, is causing mayhem and havoc and basically just being a dick all over the ocean. And
She's being a shark.
Yeah, she's been a
being
shark,
a pink
real
bitch.
shark head. And we need to try and not stop her, she's already gone, it's too late for that, but clean up all of the mess that she has caused. So, there are two missions that need to take place currently. One is a group need to go to Rufilio in order to find more information as to where the location of the Bident, owned by the goddess Aratrite, has gone missing. And the other group need to go to Coralia, the home of the merfolk, to try and push back the forces from the Dead Sea, as they have started attacking Coralia since their trident was stolen by Frayne, which was their only sort of main form of defence.
There are lots of tridents, so I encourage players to ask tridenty questions.
Stephen's done a lot of research and done a lot of work on this, so we need to get that information.
Love my world.
En route to Rufilio, Kai and Cora end up getting into a fight with a couple of sharks. One of which gets slowed right down due to Kai's magic, and the other one gets burnt alive by Cora. And she realises that this could be payment to get into the hunting house of Rufilio, because they need payment to get in and not cause havoc. And that is and then the ship that is going to Coralia starts getting there's a storm on its route, and loads of Swahajin and Mero and the other ones whose name I can't remember are being affected by the storm, and that is where we left our gang. Stephen, onto you.
Hi. So, we return to the outskirts of Rufilio, where Kai and Cora aboard two wonderful, magnificent hippocampus, and now watching a shark's life leave it. What are you going to do?
Have you got any rope?
I'm not sure my hippocampus is stopping. I've got no control over it.
It stopped, it's chill. It recognised there's a situation going on.
No need for rope.
No need for rope. Okay.
I don't have any.
Oh,
I
you
have no
okay?
need for it.
Right, you have no need for rope. Okay, I thought you would kind of come up with like a snazzy situation. So, just so you know, hunting house, we need to come bearing like an offering. So we need to take this bad boy with us. So have you
Can't
got?
we just offer them some gold?
No, it's got to be like edible.
Oh.
It's a whole thing. Anyway, so we need to take this guy with us.
Well, have you got any rope?
Okay, right. Listen, Poppet, if we are gonna actually make a team, you're gonna have to be a little less thick, and a little more on it. Okay. So we've established that there is no rope between us. So. Have you got any smart ideas as to how to get this guy to kind of come along? Drag a giant shark behind us?
I could try pushing it in front of me with a bit of a gust. Don't know how it works underwater.
What's the wording on gust?
The wording on gust. One medium or small creature that you choose must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed up to 5 feet away from you.
And
it's a cantrip.
It's a
I
cantrip.
can theoretically do it once every 6 seconds.
Yeah, and the creature can't make a strength saving throw because it's dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good to me. I'm
Beautiful.
into it.
Boom.
Okay, there we go.
How's that for not being thick?
Making yourself useful. I love to see it. Love to see it. And yeah, just gonna
Push forward.
push that, kind of steer it in front of us.
And you kind of come to sort of like, you've been going kind of like the bottom of the ocean, and then you kind of come up a little bit over like a hill peak, and then you can see Rufilio, which is a ginormous sunken shipwreck. And then there, from its mast, there are nets just covering the whole area. And then around like where the crow's nest would have been, and the port, the starboard, and all of that stuff, there are soldiers who are armed with harpoons, tridents, all sorts of projectile weapons. The netting does stop at a certain point, but you would know without even just doing a check. If you would try, because Rufilio is a vertical city, it is built on top of this pirate ship. It is other ships. It is stuff that they have stolen and pillaged from ships. And they have built this city, just blocks of wood on top, and other ships just strewn into it. So, but you know full well that if you swim up these nets and past these guards, you're going to take a few harpoons.
Yeah.
That is not the way into Rufilio. It is through the shipwreck at the bottom.
Okay, Kai.
They look
was
friendly.
it? Yeah. So Kai, this is how it's going to go down. We have got to enter from below in order to make our way in. You're with me. You know, from here. I don't know if you can see what's how this is being this structural development of this city. I've been kind of like key in terms of keeping that going. So I've got a bit of sway. Also, I've been voted in to go on this fucking mission. So they gotta listen to me in some regard anyway. So we're just gonna try and get you in and manage it. Okay. We've got the shark. We've got what we need to do to get into the hunting hut. What is it? Hunting house.
The hunting house.
Hunting house. So just keep quiet. Let me do the talking.
That I can definitely get behind.
Excellent. Right. And they're gonna approach as would be kind of respectful and expected.
Cool. Here, love. You can't bring those in here, can you?
What do you mean?
The bloody things. They're all things. They're what are they called?
Oh, the hippocampus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Park them outside.
Oh well. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Obviously. Shit.
Are they from the kingdoms?
Oh, listen. Have you seen who's talking?
What?
You know, I'm doing some dealings. It's all good.
I'm a bit partially sighted, if I'm honest. What dealings?
It's all right, darling. It's all right. We'll park them up. We'll park them up.
Right. Yeah. Park them up and then come to the desk. Come to the desk.
Yeah, we'll do.
Cool.
And yeah, tie 'em up. I assume there's a barn of some sort.
Yeah. It's more like a hold area, so they're able to tie up. The people working in that area don't seem overly like they're not going to give them any special attention or anything. They're just like, ugh, outsider items.
Cora's gonna have gone like, you're a bit prissy, but you did us well. And she's gonna like pat him on.
I'm still bringing this in. Pointing at the giant shark.
Yeah, and from there she's like, all right, you grab one end, I'll grab the other, and we'll kind of pull it along because we're in water. It's fine.
What you got there then?
Oh, it's we're heading to the hunting house. So.
Smart. They'll love that. Yeah, well into that. Yeah. Right. So, who did you say you were?
Oh, it's Cora.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Cora.
Thank you. Finally.
Right. Yeah.
Recognition. Thank you.
Yeah. So, how's it going?
What do you mean, how's it going?
Well, like the
Life
job and
or
stuff,
the job,
you know,
or
like, yeah.
What, the fact that I've got to go pissing about for fucking Janaeus this entire time?
Yeah, I heard he's a dick.
I'm thrilled about it, mate, aren't I?
Yeah, is he like as stupid as people say he is?
I can't, I like, as thick as two short planks.
You see, this is why we don't want to join no alliance when you got a king who doesn't look like he can even, like, do simple maths. You know what I mean? Like, what form of government can that be? It's ridiculous. Right.
No, preach, sister, preach.
Who's this?
I'm Kai.
All right, Kai.
He's with me. It's all good. He's part of the system.
Yeah, but he's not from here, is he?
Can she like?
Can she what?
What does she know about the immigration system? In
Outsiders
terms of
are executed on site.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm glad Kai did not know that before coming.
I'm glad Kai Demona didn't come. Come with.
Oh, that's going in the madrigal.
Okay. No, Kai, he's part of my crew. He's been part of my crew for years.
All right, yeah. Okay.
He's part of the reason why we've been able to smuggle so much shit in.
What, really?
Well, come on, mate. How do you think I get all of that good shit in without anyone else noticing?
To be fair, like your reputation is you do get the good shit. Yeah.
I get the good shit. I'm Cora Good Shit Reed, aren't I?
Roll a deception at advantage. Because you are Cora Good Shit Reed.
Nice.
Oh, at advantage, did you say?
Advantage, please.
That is... that is 18 plus 5, 22.
23.
23?
So,
I can't maths.
bloody sorcerers for you. Yeah, his insight was a 5, so
Great.
he's impressed. He feels like he's meeting a real celebrity here in Kai. He's like, right, so yeah, that all checks out. So yeah, you're free to go. Just you know where you're going, don't you?
Oh yeah, hunting house.
Yeah, just swim up a bit, and it's one of the ships.
One of the ships, yeah.
Gotcha. You're fully aware that it's about 40 to 50 ships that make up this city.
Yeah, no.
Or just piled on top of each other.
You know what you should do? I mean, I was going to say you should be part of the tourism lodge, but we don't have no tourism, do we?
Well, actually, it's in my remit. It's in the job description. I'm just not very good at it.
No.
Yeah.
Hello, Janaeus. Nice for you to drop in.
I thought it was Lahan. I hate those two accents.
Yeah, and she'll kind of pull the shark and swim up and
cool.
Keep going. And she's just gonna as they get out of sight, she's gonna be like, okay, by the way, so from now on you are part of a pirating smuggling troupe. We go and get all of the stuff that is needed to build the city. But you know what? Sometimes you come across, like I said, some good shit, and we maybe sell that good shit to those who are in need of that shit. So
Kai's going to look so dejected because he's just tried to escape a smuggling ring. And he's just going to be like, I can probably blend in on that.
Okay, cool. Let's see your acting skills. And yeah,
Cool.
just set the cover.
So you know which one is the hunting house.
Yeah.
It is it's a whole ship, and you can hear a rowdy noise coming from there. It is quite a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a dive pub. But all the locals are really, really happy. They're often quite singing along. Food is being cooked constantly. I say cooked, steamed. But yeah, so as you approach the door, there's just sort of a big kind of, again, there's another shark abomination guy. He's like, all right, love.
Oh, hey, darling. So we've come in. We
yeah.
got.
Oh, that's nice and fresh, that is.
Oh yeah, literally just caught it.
Oh, that's going to be delicious. Yeah. Get that steamed. Yeah, it's going to be real nice.
Yeah, steamed bit of salt. Oh, it's delightful.
Oh, there's plenty of salt around, innit?
I know.
Bit of sea humour for you.
All right, love. Come on, get in.
Before we actually go in, Kai's just going to be like, do you think it's big enough, or do we want it to be bigger?
What's he talking about?
The shark.
Right. Bigger. What are you going to make it bigger for?
Bigger offering, go down better?
This is good. Can't.
Wait, you're going to do some magic on it or something?
I mean, I could make it feed more.
Oh, yeah, but then it tastes dirty, don't it? It just, you know when you put magic on food, like you think it's going to be good, and it does. It's good to begin with, right? But then when it sits there and you've got all that stomach, and it's all fat and sugars and salts and magic, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
We've got a bit of a gym bro macro intake over here.
Honestly, you don't get in this shape by eating magical shark, and considering I'm half shark as well, this is all getting a bit.
Yeah, bit icky, innit? A bit icky.
Get in.
Yeah,
get this NPC out.
We'll just no, leave it as is, darling. Save your strength. And yeah, they'll swim on in.
Cool. Followed with your offering, and yeah, it is a pretty packed, raucous bar, and there's just food going around, people drinking, tankards slamming. You can definitely hear a sea shanty being attempted to be sung, a lot of shouting and hey noises and stuff. And we will leave you to take in those sights as we switch over to Encarlia, where it's not great.
No, we just had some things coming out, a stormy thing.
Yeah, you you are in a storm. The ship was just spinning, and not spinning, but like turbulence, just side to side. You guys obviously lost your footing, but you were close enough to a window. You can see the countless creatures coming. The dead waters is almost like it's like a whirlpool, but it's more still and it's black and it looks thicker than actual water. And these creatures are just pouring out of it and jumping onto Encarlia. You hear Genevieve go, "I don't think we can take the ship much further than this, so we will be boarding here and straight into the battle. Is there anything you need?"
Just, actually, no.
Good.
All good to go.
Are we all good?
Yes,
Okay.
no.
Can I have my glaive back? Cause,
Yes,
like,
of course.
thank
Please,
you.
can I have
you
mine?
probably
Yeah,
want
yeah,
you probably want to do that.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah. And with that, the ship comes to a halt. The ramps come out, and the armies just pour out. Let's get into a map.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're on the outskirts of Encarlia, and unfortunately it doesn't look this beautiful because everything is teeming with some sort of icky creature from the dark waters. So I would like you to roll the damn dice.
Hey.
Wow, okay.
Let me just do some myself. Ha! Okay, so anyone 20 and above.
Nope.
Good.
Okay, 15 to 20. Oh, okay. So what have we got, Kaida?
19.
Wonderful. And what do we have? Stratus?
19.
Oh, who's Dexy?
I'm +2.
I'm +2 as well. I guess it's a
Roll off.
roll on.
Just do straight roll. Don't
Roll
add
off.
anything.
11.
9.
So, Stratus, we'll start with you. Kaidamona. And what was yours?
Would it be annoying if I said 19? It's not. It's 15. Don't worry.
I was really hoping it was 19.
Sorry, I keep touching Luke's leg because we're really close together. I'm so sorry. I'm really
Okay.
sorry, Kate.
So that puts the Merrow folk next, followed by No Legz, and then coming up we have Swahajin and Kuatoa. So, all you can see is masses of these creatures. You're not going to be able to just eye pick that one. And because of how fast this is all going to move, you have no bonus actions and no reactions available to you.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
You have one action to do what you want to. You can forego your action to do normal things like dodge, help, hide, those things. Or you can pick to use a skill to decipher what's going on in the area.
Okay.
Yep,
Cool.
but it's just the one thing I'm going to need from you. Stratus.
So I'm not going to do my reaction because I can't take a reaction.
Sauce!
You're so mean. Instead, what's going to happen is Stratus is going to, so her wings are going to flap, and it's going to be like they clap in front of her, and as they clap, in a 100-foot long wall that is 20 foot high between them and the evil dudes, there is like a wall of butterflies made of razor blades.
Of course.
Yeah, so so whenever anybody goes into it, it is, so when a creature enters the wall's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 6d10 slashing damage. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage.
Cool. Do you want to run the damage for me first?
Yeah, how much damage?
Roll the full amount because there is no point getting a horde of creatures to do a dexterity saving throw.
No, that is true. So we're doing. I'm gonna cast it on D&D Beyond.
Oh, because there'll be lots of numbers.
But
Yeah.
as always, when I try and use D&D Beyond to roll, it's not fucking rolling. So
Don't worry, we've got Luke.
it's all right. We've got Luke. Okay. Can you do 6d10 for me, Rick?
Yeah, we can. Oh, see, even a same effects, 21 damage. Oh no, wait, that was not 60-10.
60, 10,
I
21.
can't do 60-10 damage. Never mind, because I can only do the spells I have.
Oh no.
Oh,
no,
no,
that's
quick
fine.
math.
Here
I
we
can
go.
do 60,
It's okay.
10.
I've got 4 of them right here. 5 of them.
50-10.
Just one.
Doing
I need one.
genius. Yes, of course I am.
Now that we've got there. Okay, so that's 15, 22, 26, 30, 35.
Nice.
35. So, and what you kind of see is that your butterflies that you cast, they just focus on about, I'm going to say, a group of about 20 of them. And it's just sliced through them. There was just bits of random,
Brutal.
fish monster just floating around in that little sphere that you created.
For
And
those who are interested at home, that's Blade Barrier at 6th level.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Genevieve has definitely just sort of like raised an eyebrow and gone, huh. She is impressed. Cool. And then we are on to Kaida.
Okay, so Kaida is going to. You're going to look at Kaida. She's going to have a look at the surroundings, see where like the majority of them are coming from, which is fucking everywhere from the sounds of it.
Yep.
And her eyes are going to turn to this like pale blue shade just all over, and she's going to put her hand out, and out of her hand will be this icy, like almost like a German ice spike that comes out. That's not the spell. I don't even think that is a spell.
No.
An icicle?
I like an icicle. That's the one. Like this icicle's going to come out of her hand, and it's going to appear in an area on the ground, and from it, a humongous ice storm name of the spell, is going to appear in a 20-foot radius and 40-foot high cylinder, and every creature within the cylinder must take a dexterity saving throw.
Fail.
Lovely, which means all of them take 2d8 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold damage.
Okay.
So that's 2 different shapes of dice that I must find.
Don't worry.
They're
I
the horrible
realised-
pointy ones, aren't they? Yes.
I realised last episode that when I rolled 3 d10s, one of those d10s was a d8.
It happens.
It happens.
It always happens.
I got an 8, so it's still pretty high on that dice.
Oh yes, it's pretty good.
So that is 23 damage overall, but I've got to differentiate. So that is,
Please.
yes, that is 11 bludgeoning damage for
Yeah.
all of them, and then the rest, 3, 6, 12 cold damage for all.
Wonderful. So you cast a spell and you're feeling really good about it, and the bludgeoning damage just like sort of starts knocking them about. However, the cold just kind of doesn't really seem to
Bother them
do-
anyway.
Bastard.
Wow.
You call me a bastard. What do most amphibious under the water creatures have resistance to?
I don't know.
Cold resistance. I should just let them carry on. It probably would have been next cone of cold, and then
Knowing this group, it'll probably still continue.
yeah, still.
Yeah.
Okay, and the Merrow folk around that area just come out grabbing at you. So there is a claw attack from 2 of them. That is a 12
No.
and a 21.
Yes.
Okay, so from a claw attack, could you please take... that will be 3, 1, 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And he's now... They've got a claw into you. They're going to come in with a bite.
Oh, lovely.
Why not? That's 16.
Yes.
Oh, shucks. That is a 9 on the bite.
Okay.
And just as this one's grabbed you and now taken a bite, another one from behind comes in with a harpoon for a nat 1. So
That does hit. Yes. No,
oh, does it? Awesome. So that's a harpoon is a percentile dice damage.
oh, really? Lovely, lovely, lovely. Love that.
No, that's their initial turn on you with the Merrow, and then we go to No Legz.
Oh, okay. So he will rub his hands together and it starts to generate little sparks as he pulls them apart. It's like a Tesla coil of his hands arcing together. And then he just pushes his arms forward and with just a crack of lightning, a lightning bolt bursts out from his hands through 100 foot in front of him,
Yep.
just in a straight line. So any 100 foot and 5 foot wide.
Yeah.
Any creatures in that area have got a dex save.
Failed.
Okay, for 8d6, I'll just roll it on the 8 to be so that puts it as 31 lightning damage to everything in a 100-foot line.
Clear a path of 100 foot.
Yeah.
And the damage goes just more than the 5 foot. It kind of trickles out, so you kind of got a 10 foot wide path for 100 foot.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
No burning through that.
So with that, a spear does come flying your way.
Okay.
18.
No.
No. And another one. 6.
No.
So you are all good at that point. Then we go over to these lovely fishy folk. I've lost my fishy folk.
I don't like how many sets of stats that Stephen
Yeah.
Scrolling through
It's
so many
so
sets
many.
and stats.
Luke has such a good view of them as well.
Yeah.
I do. I'm not going to metagame. It's like, oh, okay.
I've lost my fishy folk, so we're just going to continue with the stats I had in front of me for no damage. Oh, hang on, 25.
Just hits.
Just hits.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't worry, it is literally 6 damage.
6
on a
damage?
spear that's
Okay.
come your way. And then I believe which one are you? Janaeus!
Oh,
So
what's Janaeus doing then?
what is Janaeus going to do? Janaeus, as an action, leadership is what it is. It's not
Okay.
a spell or anything, but he utters a command word, and then you guys can add D4 because you're within 30 foot of him. D4 to your next, basically saving throw or attack roll. So
Lovely.
D20s basically.
All right.
Add a D4 to that, and Janaeus is just like, okay, we need to charge forward. You've cleared the space. Let's go. And then he just darts off for 80 foot down the line that you created. Which then takes us to Genevieve, who somehow got a nat 1.
Oh no.
That does
Genevieve.
not feel right.
That's rough, princess.
Yeah. However, she holds her trident in the air. It starts to glow a magical sort of like, it just animates like this. It's just pure magic, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And it's kind of keeping all the creatures back. So as much as they try to fill into that void that you've created, they can't, and they're trying. But it's almost like they're trying to move, but something is stopping them. And as she continues to walk, they just seem to juke back and create
Nice.
this 10-foot walkway for 100 foot. And that's the twins. So back to Stratus.
Oh, cool. Okay. So, hey, can I use? I'm doing this in her voice. Can I use a reaction as an action instead?
Yeah, go
if
for
I can't
it.
use a reaction. She will just look at a big group of this, and it will be like the water of the sea like whips up her hair, and any kind of seaweed or debris that's like with her, and it's like she is in this like bubble of wind, and she'll scream at the top of her voice, and create Wrath of Storm, which means that they would have to make a dexterity saving throw.
All fail. They mostly can't move. Even if they could move, they're kind of not able to at the moment.
Okay. That means they take 9 lightning damage, and they're all pushed back 10 feet.
Nice.
Cool. So you just
I'll make a bigger corridor.
yeah. Nice. Kaida.
Okay, so as she's going forward, Kaida is going to, what Kaida is going to do is she is going to put her hands out, and she is going to sort of rub her fingers together, just form very similar to No Legz, form just a little bit of static, and then she is going to clap her hands together, and from that a thunder wave is going to come right out of her hands. So con save.
Yep. Con save. So you're at the front of the corridor area now, where they're all.
Can I move as well as do an action, or is
Yeah.
that?
No,
gonna
that's
be-
fine. That's fine.
I actually no. I think I'll. Oh no, because I've only got 40 feet. I'll go as far as I can, and then I'll do it. Just so I've done something.
Got you. So you're 40 foot. You're not that far behind. And Janaeus is fast. So he is probably in a good 20 or so foot behind you. But you're kind of in where Genevieve is. She is holding up this trident and has said it's doing something that's keeping everyone away. And did you move as well, or?
I am. When No Legz moves, Stratus is gonna grab hold of his shoulder because she doesn't swim very fast.
Fair enough.
hitch a
Nat
lift.
1 on a
Good.
con save.
Nat 1. Oh, that's a shame. So not only are all the creatures within a 15-foot cube originating from myself pushed back 10 feet, they also all take 4d8 thunder damage as well, which is
So much thunder damage.
rather lovely. Well, I've seen everybody else is doing it, and it seems to be working, so it only makes sense if I give it a go myself, I suppose. Where's my other d4? Oh, I put it to the side because you gave me a d4 for... Lovely, so that is 2, 4, 6, That is 9. 9 thunder damage.
Awesome.
I am loving the
wait.
Stormcraft going on right now, guys.
What the absolute hell? What the fuck am I doing? Those were D4s.
I was trying to say.
Sorry, gang. I'm being a.
4d8s, not 4d4s.
44.
44s. 44.
I'm doing
44.
a mower. Sorry. 16.
Wow.
It
Wow.
happened once when I was like super new to playing D&D.
You've literally just said that last session you threw
Yeah,
away dice.
literally.
Um,
It's less than an hour ago.
Okay, let's change that. 18 thunder
18.
damage.
Yeah, I'll take that. So again, in this corridor's just being pushed wider and wider as we continue down. However, just as you're about to go, the further Genevieve travels, the ones behind seem to be moving in.
Okay. And yeah, he's still okay. That's fine. That's okay. Right. His go.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, seeing ahead of him now, this doorway starting to close. He's going to mutter something about overclocking and better than Mernig tech. And all the propellers, the 2 that are attached to the side of his legs, the 2 that are on his wrists and arms, and the one on his back, are just going to spin up into an absolute frenzy as he casts haste on himself.
Oh, I'm grabbing hold of
Yeah,
that.
I was going to say, hold on tight. And then he's just going to blast forward at just a stupid speed straight through the middle.
Constitution saving throw, Stratus.
Oh man, I'm gonna hurl on your suit.
She's that person that loves to go to theme parks,
Like,
but she also
throws up
forgets that maybe you
constantly.
shouldn't have the massive Coke and the burger before going on the ride.
My con save throw is an 8, so I'm gonna use my lucky.
All this to not throw up on Luke.
But that was worse, so I'm gonna use my 8.
Okay.
It's a saving throw, so you can. Do you add Janice's leadership? 4.
D4.
I mean, that just makes it a 9 instead
Well,
of
you've
8
got-
because I rolled a 1
He is
on the
going to do
leadership.
one of his flashes of genius. So as you sort of start to, whether you slip or spin slightly, 2 little like hooks come out the side of his back and just grip onto your side to help you stay
So
stable.
the con
and
save
you get a
wasn't
+5.
to. She's got a grip. She's fine.
Yeah.
It was more whether she keeps her stomach.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, the flash of genius is 2 little bracers come out and just hold on tight to help keep you a bit stable and less flown all over. So you get a +5 to that roll.
A little
Oh.
bucket.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
So yes, you feel, but it's fine.
It comes up into my mouth, but I swallow it. I mean, yeah, but fairy vomit is like, it tastes like bubblegum and it looks like confetti, so
Yeah.
don't worry.
See, knowing that, I just would let you, just let you go. Right, none of the creatures take a turn against you because they are, at the moment, incapacitated. And the twins just lead forward down this corridor of war and monsters, and you guys are following along. And back to the hunting house.
Ooh.
So, yeah. It's a fun afternoon. Everyone's a bit drunk and a bit jolly. What do you guys like to do?
Well, Cora wants to. So she's been told that there's someone who has information.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to kind of super cash, like stroll up to the bar and sort of lean on it and just kind of take in everyone and see if there's anyone who doesn't look like they are, like you said, everyone's kind of like singing and clinking and having a good time. Is there anyone who looks like they are sort of not involved in that, who's also kind of awaiting anything?
Kai's going to really awkwardly try and mirror exactly what's what Cora's doing.
Oh god, right. You roll for investigation, you roll for stealth.
Okay.
Oh, that's right then.
12.
12.
17.
17. You somehow do a better job. So guys, you are now entering a skill check situation.
Ooh.
Now this isn't going to be a high-paced skill check. This is just going to be, you can explain to me what you're doing,
Okay.
and I'm just going to ask you for rolls.
Okay.
If you have too many fails of an undetermined number, because you like to keep it spicy, you're going to have the
people of Rufilio very suspicious about you.
Okay.
And if they're suspicious about you, they're not going to treat you well.
Right.
Leave it at that. So your thing is to just get the information you need,
Yeah.
and get out.
Yeah.
Cool. So you can't really see it. It's just such a toxic waste area of lad culture and drinking and people bumping into each other and yelling and stuff. And you just lean up against the bar looking mysterious.
That's what the smuggler's backup surface used to be like.
Don't mention up top.
On the occasions I've been up there to
Yeah.
get the good shit to bring down here.
Yeah. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, that's probably good advice not to mention up top, isn't it?
Oh, hello.
Hi there. So you're now looking at a merfolk woman with white hair just flowing down, kind of leather armour and a blue tail.
Sorry, the way you went.
Blue tail.
Blue tail. There's
Leather
kind of
armour
in front of her
and
apparently. Leather armour,
enormous
blue
Coming
tail.
out of her chest.
Sorry, the podcast listeners. Stephen did a gesture, much like one would gesture a very buxom woman.
No, she's, the leather armour's kept it very sort of like, you know, it's for practical use.
Yeah.
She's strapped in.
Yeah.
She's strapped in. Yeah, and she's just sort of like swam up beside you and just sort of leaning the bar.
Oh, well, hello.
Hi there.
What did you say again?
What? The name's Ari.
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 Does Cora have knowledge of Ari? Okay.
You've never seen this woman before in your life.
Okay. She's gonna lean in like, can I get you? Don't do the accent.
Sorry, I've just realised what I've done to you. Apologies.
Fancy a drink?
Oh, well, if you're buying, yeah, that'll be amazing.
Yeah, and Cora's just gonna nod, and she's gonna look, drink, and she's just gonna like put 3 fingers up.
Yeah, and it's a fairly inexpensive bar, so
Yeah.
a few copper pieces.
Yeah.
But because it's a fairly inexpensive bar and it's a few copper pieces,
Yeah.
there isn't really a choice.
No.
It's just 3 tankards
Yeah.
of something
Yeah.
with a nice little lid on.
Nice.
To stop the water from.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she'll sort of, so you're not getting involved in all the revelry?
No, I'm more of a soprano myself. Because it's like blokes chanting and shouting and stuff, innit?
Took me a second then. Oh yeah. I mean, these lot can't really carry a tune, can they? So what brings you around here?
Oh well, I'm actually on a bit of a reconnaissance mission. Mission. Oh, I see. How.
Yeah,
Tricky, innit?
not so easy now, innit?
Reconnaissance mission. So very needs to know basis.
Oh, it's funny. Funny you should say that. What kind of reconnaissance? Oh fuck.
Sorry.
Recon.
What kind of recon are you on? Where are you into?
It's time for that. Who's your friend?
Oh, this Kai's part.
Kai.
He's part of my crew.
So what kind of crew do you have then?
I mean, you from around here? Because I'm pretty.
Well, I clearly said that I'm not from around here.
Oh
just
yeah,
kind
you
of
did. Oh, hang on.
passing through.
Okay. Loop de loop back. So how the fuck did you get into town?
Well, powerful people managed to sneak me in. There are ways in. It's just unconventional.
Dangerous to admit to that.
Well, after what you've been saying, I figured we're kind of friends, aren't we?
And Cora's gonna kind of look her up and down and go, yeah. So I think you might have some information for me.
Something to do with big fancy fork, isn't it?
Yeah, so I've heard. So
That was fork.
It was fork.
Nobody Googled that, but now I've got this idea of posh porn in my head. Pass the smoked salmon, darling. Yeah.
That's your big fancy fuck later.
Now we're back to the
Yeah,
good life.
I've heard there's a lot of to do over some in large cutlery.
Yeah, so you want to get yourself to the Curiosa. That guy knows everything that goes on around here.
The what, sorry?
Curiosa.
Curiosa.
If a magical artifacts pass through here, he'd know all about it.
Yeah. Would Cora know much about the Curiosa?
It's in a part of Rufilio that is heavily and densely populated of many different sort of shops and stuff. It's not really shops. It's more like a bar. It's more like a market. But again, you can imagine it is this broken up, shabby. It's just a mess. So you would kind of need to know who this guy is, what he dealt with. So roll a history.
Because that went well last time. Yeah, for someone who is quite a core member of the city, she don't know much.
But people here, if they
11.
Yeah, people here don't want to be discovered. They don't get discovered.
And you've got people to do the knowing for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's the information.
Get to the Curiosa.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So cool.
You know where you're going then?
Curiosa, yeah, I know that. I mean, I'm aware of what part of Rufilio I need to go to, but can you be more specific, like who to speak to?
Well, it's not something that's really known, is it? Like, the guy hides, like, pretty well.
Well, I mean...
You know a name, but not a description.
Exactly.
Okay, so, I'm sorry, is the Curiosa a person or a place?
Both.
That's very helpful.
Well, I mean, I can take you there.
Oh, you can?
Of course I can. We have all the information we need about Rufilio.
Okay. Cora's going to be kind of like... Cora has not signed up to do this. Just a bit of exposition. Cora is like, she's been voted to be the like representative of Rufilio to see what's going on. Their like democratic system is very much like, you don't put yourself up for things, people vote for who they think is the best for it. And so it's kind of that thing of like greatness being thrust upon you kind of vibe. And she is very happy doing her pirating, and she sort of serves the community in the best way that she can. She's got all of this magic that is kind of like erratic, but it makes her quite powerful. And she kind of does that well. She does not give a fuck about what fucking King Janaeus is doing, and she's reluctantly doing this, and she's not a subtle person. So all of this espionage bullshit is really testing her patience. Back to sea.
Back to Ari.
So she's going to be like, oh my god, can we just like cut to the chase? Can you take us to this geezer or not?
I can take you right now if you like.
Right, off we go. Drink up.
You're not going to want to take your shark with you?
No, that was for here. That was for these guys. Like,
Right.
that was
I didn't know if it was a pet or anything.
we dealt with this. I mean,
It's
how the fuck
dead.
did you get into the building?
Oh, all right. Let's not talk here. Let's get on the road, and then you can ask the questions.
I'm so
Speak and swim, speak and swim.
I
Speak
am-
and swim. Speak and swim.
I'm baffled. I'm discombobulated. I really. She's gonna the frustrated. She's gonna kind of crackle a bit, and she's just gonna like, no, okay, keep it in.
And
Hold
you leave the hunting house, and you start to swim upwards,
Okay.
and then Ari's just kind of like looking around to make sure like no one's sort of paying attention. And she's like, "I'm not being funny, love, but don't you think the captain has eyes and ears everywhere down here?
The captain, what?
The captain of the royal armies of the kingdoms.
What, Jenny?
You're a braver soul than I am.
Yeah,
that's for
well,
sure.
that fucking princess can kiss my ass when it comes to all of this nonsense. Okay, yeah. She said that there had been some kind of marvelous infiltration. quite frankly, I don't care how you got here. Just can you get us to where we need to go?
Alright, just follow on.
There we go.
And you swim for not too long. It's probably about 20 minutes. You come across like a shack, and it almost looks abandoned. It is properly giving you vibes of, do not come in here. No one is home. And it's just like a rag curtain kind of over a doorway that is sort of like netted, like mold, not mold, but like moss and seaweed and stuff. And Ari just kind of like, she just sort of pulls it back and enters in, and then you follow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cool.
Like Cora, she's home, so she's not like she knows to be guarded. She knows to be like sort of wary, but she's home. She's like on her turf, and she's like kind of infamous in terms of like her like connection, her crew, like what she does, and she's. As much as she resents it, she's got like a bit cocky about this whole thing. Like she's been voted in to do this like pretty big deal job, so she's fuming, but she's also like, yeah, like.
Okay. And as much as Kai
Billy Big Bollocks.
Much as Kai is out of his depth this deep in the ocean, thank you.
I liked it.
He smuggling, as much as he hated it, is what he knew. So going to see a fence about magical items is kind of his wheelhouse.
So you enter in, and it's something that like if you would probably recognise more is like it's almost like a ship's office, and the shelves are just like badly put together. There are items just hanging off, no sense, no order whatsoever. And Ari just kind of walks in, and she's like, "I hear for a shopkeep, he's not much of a customer person or even a business person, so I think you might just have to wait around for him."
Just wait around.
Well, I mean, like, there's stuff here. Maybe like some of this has got some answers, and it is just shelves and shelves of stuff.
Just do a bit of an Arcana check, see if there's anything.
Yeah, go for it.
A bit magical going on.
Definitely.
I'm expecting if he's a magical fence, most of it is, but not that I'm going to know much. That was a 6, so that is 15.
15. Okay.
15.
Yeah. There's a lot of magical items in here. Not necessarily like in the sense of like you're going to pick up a wondrous item or anything, but a lot of things are just charged with either technology or magic. After all, this is stuff that's been pillaged from the surface world.
That No Legz would love
There
this
is
place.
a jar, and it's kind of like a greenish water in the jar, and it's kind of a bubbling effect as well. That gets your attention.
That one.
What is that? And she'll look.
The green one.
The green one, and yeah, she'll kind of go and have a look.
Cool.
Investigate further.
Okay. Are you rolling investigation or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not you. Oh no.
It's always a good sound.
That's a 4.
A 4. Can't decipher anything.
No.
It's really interesting to look at.
Yeah.
I'll give it a.
I mean, yeah.
I'll give it an investigate
Okay.
if I may. It's not much better. That was a 7.
It's so pretty to look at.
It really is.
I feel like that would be really nice to have like on a bedside table
11
when you're
total.
going to bed, and it's like it sort of bubbles and like those things. It's giving me lava lamp vibes.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. I don't know what it's supposed to do. It's weird looking though.
Cora gonna kind of have a peruse round. Is there any any sense of this guy having been here recently, like a cold cup of tea or okay, and anything that looks like his to do. So they're looking specifically when it comes for this. We're wanting to find out about Biden, about Tridents, about all of the idents, and so is there anything that looks like it's to do with that kind of weaponry?
Nothing weaponry, I'd say. Magical items in bits and pieces. A random fork, but, of course. But no, nothing weaponry. Yeah, I'd say.
I mean, a dingle hopper.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, a dingle hopper. Exactly that. What is Kai doing?
Kai is obviously been drawn to this
The
thing,
jar,
so it's
yeah.
sealed, I'm assuming.
Yep, sealed massively.
Yeah, I mean, Kai's an idiot. He's just gonna start
So
unsealing
you
it.
try to do that, it won't budge at all. This is screwed on there tight. And you then just hear as a skull turns round in the jar and is just like,
Oh, hello. Hi. Do you want to know what time it is? I can tell you what time it is in the plug hole. Do you want to know what time it is in the plug hole? How about Domania? I can tell you what time it is in Domania.
Oh my, put it down, put it down, put it down.
and you just hear a voice come from out the back going, oh, for fuck's sake, why did you have to go and touch that?
I've just let it go, so it just kind of.
Oh, and it's
down
and
in
it's
the water.
screaming, and she goes, ah! As it floats down. And that's where we leave you guys. Right.
Oh.
Quick fire! You guys are running through a split of creatures that are desperately trying to kill you and rip apart the beautiful kingdom of Incarlia. And Janaeus is leading forward with this. Genevieve not too far behind. You're entering now into this area. And Kaidamona, you know that you're in a central religious place, a sacred place to Encarlia. That's where Janaeus seems to be leading it to. But top of the initiative is currently a strapped-in Stratus riding the back of a no-legged zombie goblin. Yeah.
It's in the name.
Literally his name's you're gonna get a like, as she's going forward, as she's being pulled forward because these hooks are around her waist. She is going to turn, have this motherfuckers, and she's going to throw a sacred flame into the group. If they could make a dexterity saving throw, please. They fail. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, I do love it when they fail. They fail every time.
You're
on
literally saying to your
dexterity.
character, dex.
That's 12, please. That's
Yeah.
12 radiant damage.
And again, you so I think, does Sacred Flame target one or an area?
So Sacred Flame is
Just the one.
it's 2 because I'm a
Ooh.
actually no it's no, it's just the damage that increases.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just 1.
Okay,
It's
well,
just 1.
What you notice is, as it hits that one, it completely disintegrates. But the magic also passes on to the one stood next to it as well. So whilst it is a single target spell that you threw out into one of them, the magic itself was like it just continued
Seeping
through the crowd.
through
Yeah.
them. Oh, that is so cool! Throw some radiant fire shit at them!
And Kaidamona.
I don't believe any radiant spells. Kaidamona is going to look into the group of creatures. She is going to pick a spot in her mind. She's going to bring her hand up and almost point at it, and then start to swirl her hand around, getting wider and bigger and kind of more large in her gesture. And she's going to cast Control Water in a spot approximately about maybe 60, 70 feet away.
Okay. Forward, yeah.
Forward in front of her, sort of
Yep.
into the group of the creatures.
Yep.
And they just need to do a strength check of DC 17.
How does 7 suit you?
Really well, actually. I love that for me.
Oh my God, I'm so happy for you.
So the whirlpool is 50 foot square and 25 feet deep, and all creatures and objects within 25 feet of the vortex is pulled 10 feet towards it. So they're all pulled 10 feet into this thing.
So where the end of this, the line that was created by No Legz is, you've just cleared even more space by just creating a whirlpool that's
pulling in soldiers and soldiers
Yeah.
and soldiers.
The idea is to try and pull them away from us.
Yeah, okay,
And
got
like
you.
away from us and away from the temple.
Yeah. Yes.
By mass, basically.
And yeah, you have absolutely done that. So the temple is now not being hounded. It seems like, as much as they are everywhere, the temple seemed interesting to them as far as you don't get their intelligent creatures. But yeah, the temple's definitely had more of a concentration of the dark waters. And then I would say that they're not going to take much of an attack against you because that's it. They are being sapped in, and between Genevieve's command of them as well, they are kind of frozen. So over to No Legz.
Okay, so is there any key point you can see up ahead where Janaeus is trying to get to?
He's heading towards the temple.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's where he's heading, is the temple.
Okay, yeah, so No Legz will just carry on blasting off towards this temple up ahead. And he'll just sort of take. They still just it's tightly packed, or have we got a bit of a clearing? Or
Now because of Kaida,
Yeah.
she's created more space around the temple. Obviously, the closer you get to that, you run a risk of being pulled into it yourself, I imagine.
Yeah, so within 20, if you're within 25 feet of the 25 foot of the whirlpool.
So you'll probably notice Janaeus is, as stupid as he is, he's savvy in battle.
Yeah.
He is going to start to slow up now because he's
Okay.
going to get caught up in that.
Okay, so yeah, No Legz will just go. He'll sort of angle now to go around it. If
Yeah.
that means he goes a bit more into the thick of the fight, then that's it. He's just going to keep the speed up. Seeing that we're going into quite a thick part, he'll just burst out. So this electric pulse just pushes out from him, and it's a Constitution saving throw, DC 18.
How's 3 for you?
That's a fail.
Oh, yes! Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I passed it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got, yes! I rolled 18, I've got a +1 to my con!
Good.
You did not fry the fairy!
That's okay. 11.
I said that, Luke. That's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
He's done that. He's had no idea. He's never had anyone with him before. So having anyone nearby
In
is a new
fairness,
thing
the
to it.
beginning of this fight, it was made quite clear.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was not your problem.
Yeah.
We made that
Yeah.
very
Very
established
clear.
that.
Cool. So yeah, you tear on through. Janaeus has stopped at point. It's not too far away from the temple, but obviously there was a whirlpool going on, just pulling in creatures. And Genevieve is still holding up the trident. She's like, "Wait, there's something here. I can't." And then just from that, she just goes flying forward, as behind you, about I was gonna say 30 foot, is the biggest Hydra you have ever seen.
Oh.
And that's where we end episode 2.
I'm glad we're on
I'm
our
so
side.
Can I retcon?
I like our screaming skull.
Can I retcon this entire past episode and a half and go to Rufilio with these guys?
What with the screaming skull?
And the
the
murder
cute
on
mermaid
site.
club-
And the murder on
mermaid
club.
site
Oh, yeah.
for people that aren't invited.
Versus a Hydra and thousands and thousands and thousands of other little guys.
Don't worry, the Hydra, take half of them out.
Yeah, true.
It's not funny. It's got like what? How many heads did I give it at the start? It's got 20 heads.
Nice.
So that's
Oh,
going
cute.
Good.
Shall I just sing, we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die?
Oh, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that. I did. I had a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
I love
It was good.
Critic UK, go check them out and go buy stuff and get 10% off with your RTDD10 code. Go check out Holly Hammer Art. We absolutely love her. Go and follow Dom Jones on socials and SoundCloud and all stuff because his music is amazing. I'm going to go now because I'm tired. And Matt.
No.
No,
No,
Tony.
Tony. Sorry, I got confused.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It would have been Matt. It's all right, Stephen. It's fine.
You've got an
It would have been
excuse to
Matt
be
because
the
then you
DM.
changed the rules because I actually wanted to do the recap
Yeah.
because I'm weird. Hey guys, make sure whatever you do, don't go to Coralia and get yourself into a battle with 1,000 Swahajin and a fucking Hydra. Go out there and roll the damn dice.
A pub where sharks eat shark is perhaps a little more gastro than gourmet. Mona pulls some Elsa shit, but the cold doesn't bother them anyway. Stratus cuts up some guys with razor butterflies. No Legz shoots through the sea with propulsion. Why do Matt's characters touch random shit? Is it some kind of compulsion?
Amazing.
Bye.